Welcome back to Gear Up Bike, your home for the most detailed and honest reviews of the latest motorcycles from around the world. Today, we're diving into a machine that has carried the torch for modern classic cruisers and made riders fall in love with that relaxed yet soulful riding experience all over again. This is the 2025 Royal Enfield Meteor 350, a bike that has been refined, refreshed, and restyled to continue its legacy of easy cruising and timeless design. At first glance, the Meteor 350 doesn't shout for attention, but it captures it effortlessly. Royal Enfield has always believed in understated class, and this 2025 version takes that design philosophy a step further. The new Meteor gets a subtle redesign up front with a reworked headlamp unit that now comes with a more powerful LED setup and a beautifully integrated DRL ring. The front fascia feels more premium, more modern, but it still keeps that old-school round aesthetic that makes the Meteor instantly recognizable. The front fender sits neatly over the alloy wheel, which now comes in a new dual-tone finish, adding a fresh bit of flair without going overboard. As we move to the side profile, this is where the Meteor's cruiser DNA truly shines. The long wheelbase, the low-slung seat, the teardrop fuel tank, and that broad handlebar all combine to create a perfect silhouette of comfort and confidence. Royal Enfield has introduced new color schemes for 2025, including shades like Cosmic Red, Stellar Black, and Supernova Silver, each with premium pinstripes that give the bike a handcrafted appeal. The tank still carries that proud Royal Enfield badging and metallic embossing, which looks both vintage and bold under the sun. The chrome detailing around the engine and exhaust has been slightly toned down for a more mature, balanced look that fits today's cruiser scene. The split seat setup is carried over, but now it features improved cushioning and stitching for extra comfort, especially for those long weekend rides. Coming to the rear section, the Meteor 350 continues its elegant simplicity. The taillight design has been refined slightly with a cleaner LED setup that looks neater and more integrated into the rear fender. The grab rail is sturdy and ergonomically designed, providing good support for the pillion. The rear suspension setup, with its twin shock absorbers, now comes with a revised damping system to offer a smoother ride even on rougher patches. The exhaust retains its classic shape and downward sweep, giving the bike that traditional cruiser stance. Every inch of the Meteor feels like it's been carefully crafted to balance nostalgia and modern comfort. Now, let's talk about what lies at the heart of this cruiser: at the engine. The 2025 Royal Enfield Meteor 350 carries forward the same 349cc, single-cylinder, air-oil-cooled engine that's now been tuned for smoother throttle response and reduced vibration. It produces around 20.4 horsepower at 6,100 revolutions per minute and 27 Nm of torque at 4,000 revolutions per minute. While those numbers might not sound extraordinary on paper, it's the delivery that makes the Meteor special. The power comes in a steady, predictable flow, perfect for laid-back riding. The bike feels most comfortable cruising between 80 and 100 km per hour. Where that thump is rich and the ride feels effortless. Royal Enfield has worked on improving the refinement levels in this 2025 update. The engine mounts have been revised to reduce vibrations felt through the handlebars and footpegs, making the Meteor one of the smoothest single-cylinder cruisers in its class. The 5-speed gearbox remains, but shifts are now crisper and more precise. The clutch action is lighter, thanks to a redesigned assist and slipper system, which also helps prevent wheel hop during aggressive downshifts. Performance-wise, the Meteor 350 isn't about top-end speed or adrenaline-pumping acceleration. It's about relaxed cruising. The throttle response is linear, and the torque curve is wide enough to let you enjoy that easy-going ride even in higher gears. In city traffic, the Meteor feels surprisingly manageable, with a well-balanced weight distribution that allows you to maneuver easily. On the highway, it's stable and planted, offering a confident feel even at higher cruising speeds. One of the biggest highlights is the comfort. The ergonomics have been perfected for long-distance riding. The handlebar position, the footpegs, and the seat height all come together to create a natural riding triangle. The seat height is about 765 mm, which makes it accessible even for shorter riders. while still feeling roomy for taller ones. The suspension setup: a telescopic forks at the front and twin gas-charged shocks at the rear. Has been tuned for India's mixed road conditions. It absorbs bumps and potholes with ease, maintaining the plush ride quality you expect from a cruiser. Braking duties are handled by a 300mm disc up front and a 270mm disc at the rear, paired with dual-channel ABS. The braking feel is progressive, and the feedback from the levers is solid. The 2025 model gets an upgraded brake pad compound that improves stopping power and heat resistance, making it more reliable for those long highway stretches. The Meteor also comes with Royal Enfield's Tripper navigation system, a small, circular TFT display that pairs with your smartphone to provide turn-by-turn navigation via the Royal Enfield app. For 2025, this unit gets a sharper display with better visibility under sunlight and faster response time. The main instrument cluster continues to be a semi-digital layout, combining analog charm with digital practicality. You get essential readouts like gear position, fuel range, time, and trip information. In terms of ride quality, the Meteor feels solid and sure-footed. The chassis, built on Royal Enfield's J-Series platform, offers excellent balance and composure. Whether you're taking tight city turns or leaning into sweeping bends on open highways, the Meteor remains predictable and confidence-inspiring. The bike's weight around 191 kilograms might sound hefty, but once in motion, it feels lighter and well-centered. That's the magic of good engineering and balance. Fuel efficiency has also improved slightly with this update. The Meteor 350 can return around 35 to 40 km/L depending on riding style and conditions. With its 15-liter fuel tank, that translates to a comfortable range of over 500 km on a full tank, making it a genuine touring companion. Now let's talk about the price and value you get with this machine. The 2025 Royal Enfield Meteor 350 comes in multiple variants: a Fireball, Stellar, and Supernova, each with its own color and finish options. The expected starting price is around a superscript 1 2.30 lakh ex showroom for the base Fireball variant, going up to around a superscript 1 2.60 lakh for the top spec Supernova trim. Considering the quality, comfort, and brand heritage you get, the Meteor still stands out as one of the best value-for-money cruisers in its segment. In a market full of performance-oriented bikes, the Meteor holds its ground by offering something different: a calm, soulful, and elegant riding experience. It's not about how fast you get there, it's about enjoying every kilometer along the way. The 2025 update makes sure that experience feels even more refined, more premium, and more enjoyable. Whether you're a seasoned rider who loves weekend highway rides or a beginner looking for a comfortable and stylish first bike, the Meteor 350 fits perfectly into both worlds. It's approachable, reliable, and beautiful in its simplicity. As the camera pans back to the bike parked under the evening sun, the engine idles softly, steady, rhythmic, and confident. That signature Royal Enfield sound fills the air once again, reminding you that some things never go out of style. So, there you have it, at a 2025 Royal Enfield Meteor 350, a cruiser that continues to define what relaxed motorcycling should feel like. It's timeless, it's elegant, and it's unmistakably Royal Enfield. If you enjoyed this detailed review, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Gear Up Bike, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest updates. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Would you choose the Meteor 350 as your next ride, or are you waiting for something bigger from Royal Enfield? Until next time, ride safe, stay geared up, and keep that engine thumping.